Hey, what's up YouTube? It's been a while since I did review videos, so today I want to talk about my SCUF game controller. I want to talk about earlier ever since I did the unboxing video, but it's been like a month now, I think. I've been busy playing with the controller for a month, just been so into playing Call of Duty that I totally forgot to do a review video basically. But I'm doing one now. I'm here. We're gonna talk about this baby right now. This is what I'm here for. And as you can tell, I have the optic gaming version because that's all there is to it, y'all. So for those of you who don't know, SCUF is like the premier gaming controller. A lot of pros use this, like a lot of pros. This is an MLG controller, man. If you go to the MLG website and go to accessories and controllers, you will find a SCUF game controller for sale. So it's legit, it's legit. And what's so legit about it is that it's just highly customizable. It's a really customizable controller for Xbox and PlayStation. So once you go on the website, you can pick like whatever face color you want, whatever faceplate you want, whatever color for the buttons you want, what kind of joysticks, like a convex or concave, and like short or tall. It's like very customizable. So this is the PS4 controller. They call it the 4PS. The main thing is these two buttons right here. They're called paddles, and these two buttons basically are like remapped versions of these face buttons. So this is the X button and this is the Y button. The X and Y still works, but it's just like a quicker, easier access to access here, like with your middle finger or your ring finger while you're playing, especially playing like Call of Duty or something, when you do like a jump or a drop shot, and you just don't want it. So it takes longer to like use your thumb to, you know, press circle, then go to a joystick, whereas you already have a finger on circle and your joystick, so it's easier to do like drop shots basically. But not a lot of people do drop shots anymore in Black Ops 3. But I do. I do now because I have a SCUF. Honestly, I never done a drop shot before until I got this controller. It just makes it so much easier. But there's like a counter argument to that as well. You don't need a SCUF controller to do a drop shot. You can definitely do with a regular stock PS4 controller. A lot of people, what a lot of people do, or a lot of gamers do, is that they play claw. And that's basically, instead of just traditionally holding it like this with your thumbs and you have your index fingers on the trigger, is you go like this, where you have your middle finger on the trigger and your thumb on a joystick. So that frees up your index finger to do any face buttons. So like drop shot. You don't need a SCUF to do a drop shot. You could also, well, you could also go claw on the SCUF controller as well. It's just a little awkward with the placement of it, but you don't have to. It just makes it easier for standard people or people who grip it regularly like myself to do drop shots. And also, again, with the customization, if you pay like extra $15 I think at checkout, they'll give you like electromagnetic tool or something like that, where you can change the mapping of these buttons, so it doesn't have to be X and circle, which I have right now. You can change it to like X and square, triangle and square, triangle, circles, vice versa, you know, any way you want it. So that's like $15 extra. But I'm definitely fine with just X and O, because those are like the main controllers for Call of Duty, which I play a lot if you haven't noticed already. So there are grips in the back of the SCUF controller. These are SCUF grips. This green thing right here, it's highly texturized, so you get some grip to it. But it doesn't stick out at all. Like if you look at the profile, you'll see that it's part of the controller. Like it's infused with the controller. It's one with the controller. It's Zen. It's some Zen grip, Zen type grip. It looks awesome, but it doesn't really work that well. Honestly, to me, it doesn't really work that well, because again, this green thing is the grip, right? And that's only this much section is grippiness. You only have grip for this much section of the controller, and the rest of it, you look in the back, it's smooth as hell. Like it's like a baby's bottom. It's super smooth, and you only get this section of grip. Whereas if you look in the back of the stock PS4 controller, like you see this, there's grip all over the controller. If you really look closely, like this texturized part is grip. Like this texturized part, you can get some grip from it. And obviously you could throw on a squid grip or a control freak grip, and where you wrap around the controller you get even more grip. But yeah, the SCUF grip, you really don't get that much grip from it. Like honestly, it looks nice, but you really don't get that much grip from it. your initial impression, like holding this controller, is that it feels plasticky. I think, I'm not sure, it might be for all like the faceplate shell, but for this optic gaming shell, it feels super plasticky. It's cool, but it feels like lightweight, cheap plastic. Especially like the buttons too. Like, you listen to it. Do you hear that? That rattling is because of the buttons are like a little bit loose because of how they replaced it. I don't know why. It works perfectly fine. Like, you don't feel a difference between like this and a regular PS4 controller, but it's just a little weird. Like, it's a little weird hearing that rattle. Like, you hear a solid built, no rattling. And that's just probably because what SCUF does is that they take a PS4 controller and just like remove parts and interchange parts, just like customize it. So going to the joysticks, as I said before, if you're customizing this all online, and you can go with the stock PS4 joystick, or you can go with SCUF's joystick, and they have two versions. They have the convex and the concave version, and of those two versions, they have like a short and tall version. So what I went with was the concave version, the short concave version, just because it reminds me of the Control Freak thumb grips that I had. So that's why I went with that. And stylistically, it looks really nice. There's a SCUF logo right in the center of the thumb grip of the joystick, and that's pretty sweet. And it's rubberized as well, so you get grip from it. No doubt you get grip from it. But what I've noticed from playing with it so much from extended play periods is that you do get thumb strain. It was like the same problem that I had before with my PS4 controller, the stock controller, before I bought the Control Freak grips, which really eased the pain. Like, the grips are so much more softer, a little tad bit grippier, but the main thing, it reduces thumb strain, which I'm starting to get again from playing with the SCUF controller. But yeah, for the SCUF joystick, you can definitely put on Control Freak onto it. It fits just like a regular PS4 controller. So to me, I don't throw Control Freaks onto my SCUF just because I feel like it defeats the purpose of me having this highly customizable controller. This controller that I made, this hella expensive controller that I bought/made. So I don't throw it on there. Again, the grip is awesome. Ever since I started using the SCUF controller, I've been quick scoping like a mofo. Like, when I play Call of Duty, my aim actually is more accurate for whatever reason, as opposed to my stock controller with the Control Freak grips. Like I said in my review video, it didn't really help me with my quick scoping. It just really eased the pain, and there's a lot more grip to it. But dude, honestly, with the SCUF, I seriously can do a lot more quick scoping. My thumbs hurt after a while, but it gets me on point, y'all. But there's one major flaw with the SCUF game controller, which was almost a deal breaker for me. Like, honestly, so the joysticks for the SCUF, after a while, like I think a week in or week and a half after I got it and started playing with it, it started going crazy on me. Like, when I was playing Call of Duty, my aim was just like sway to the left or sway to the right and just basically lock on to the right. So it was like turning the whole time, so I had to like counteract my movements, and I was tripping out for the longest time. I had to switch back to my regular controller and play like so many games. Then I looked up online, is that it's just the joysticks need to be recalibrated every single time that it does that. And honestly, it's a really frequent occurrence. Like I would have to recalibrate it, and then probably like 2 matches later, so like maybe 15 minutes or like 20 minutes later, I would have to recalibrate again, because it'll just start swaying to the side. Like, my aim would just start swaying to the side. And for those of you that are interested in how you kind of like recalibrate your joystick, not recalibrate controller, just recalibrate the joystick, you hold down on the joystick and then a slow counterclockwise motion, and then you just do like a slow clockwise motion, and then that should fix your aim. If it doesn't, you might have to talk to SCUF. You might try to reset the controller itself. There's a button in the back of the controller right here. If you touch that, click on that button for like click and hold for like 5 seconds, I think it'll reset the controller, and that might fix it. I haven't done that yet. This whole like circling recalibrating joystick. It's been working so far. Like again, after a few matches, like 2 matches, I have to recalibrate again because it just starts swaying. And that honestly is really, really annoying. I probably should have contacted SCUF about it, and I should have. That's pretty dumb on my part because they have really good customer service. Like SCUF has really good customer service. So right after you complete your order online of the controller, they send you like a bunch of emails to like update you on status where they're at, like sent to factory, being play tested by engineer, and like all that stuff, being shipped out. They give you like constant email updates of what's happening in controller and stuff. And I think I told you before in my unboxing video, they were out of the optic faceplate when I ordered it. So there was a delay in my order, and I talked to customer service. Like they sent me email. I emailed them back like maybe 2 minutes later, and they emailed me back again. Like I'm like under the minute. I kid you not. It was the fastest email reply I ever had. And yeah, they was like super sorry about it, just like letting me know. And then they offered to give me that care pack where I had the case, I had the long power cable, and I had the gamer, the weird gamer grip, which I still haven't tried yet. I'll try soon enough. I'll let you know how that is. But just really excellent customer service. Like they communicate well, they keep you up to date, and super nice. Just give me that care pack like that. They have excellent customer service, so they're a really legit company. And like the one major flaw that I've seen thus far is that it sways like crazy once in a while, and it seriously, I cannot begin to emphasize major because it really is a big deal, especially with playing Call of Duty and stuff, where like your look around, your aim is so important. And if you just start like swaying around, you got like counteract, like your shots all off, dude. My KD dropped. I was at like a 0.9. I'm at like a 0.5 now. Exaggerating, but you kind of get what I mean. So I guess it comes down to this now, guys. The SCUF controller was like, I'm just gonna say it was like $200. I forgot. It was really expensive, like $190 or something, $180. And that was after I applied like a 5% coupon code. 5% isn't that much, but it is something. So yeah. So just think of it as like a $200. We'll say $180 controller versus a $60 stock controller with like the add-ons, like what the control free grips were like $15 and the squid grips were like $15, like $30. So it's like $80 basically total for like a kind of modded out default controller versus customized SCUF controller. So it's still like $100 more. And the question is that $100, like is it really worth this $100 more for a SCUF game controller? I don't really think it is, because it's just like a really high price point. I mean, sure, it's awesome that you can like customize faceplate, customize like the buttons, colors and stuff, and the grips and the paddles and the joysticks, but it still seems too high for what it is. Like, true, it improved my accuracy and quick scoping and stuff, but the grip is not that much better. The thumb grips they hurt. Like, you'll still need control freaks, and it's really nice. Like, visually it's awesome. I feel like it's more of like $150 or maybe like $120 to $150. If it's in that price range, it's acceptable. But once you go towards like that $200 price point, it's like, wow, man, I can get a new TV or something. I could buy another PS4. Like, it's a crap load of money. And if you're a pro, it doesn't matter, like, this is what you do, it's your job. But if you're just a regular gamer / avid gamer like myself, it's a really, really high price point. And sure, it's really nice, like it's really great, but the question is, does the tactical advantage you get over the default, is it really that much? Like, again, like I said before, people play Call off for the longest time on default. You don't need this to do your drop shot, It's awesome to have it, but you don't need it. It's just cool. So I'll kind of recommend just getting a stock controller and modding up, control free grips, squid grips, stuff like that. But if you have money to spend, like if you're balling out, bro, definitely get a SCUF. It's awesome. Like, I don't regret it. I really love the controller. Like, It looks freaking awesome. I love it. I use it every day. But it's just like, looking back, like, man, I dropped 180 bucks on this. What is wrong with me? So it's kind of up to you. Like, if you have money, if you can spare 180 bucks or whatever, definitely get the SCUF. Like, there's no reason not to, other than the price point. That's kind of, you know, that's kind of what's stopping most folks from doing it. It really helps, and I already told you like flaws, but again, there's awesome customer service and everything, fully customizable. It's just really high price point. I love my SCUF, don't get me wrong, but it's really expensive. I wish the price I paid, I would have had 2 SCUFs, you know. But yeah, this is kind of like my opinion of the SCUF game controller. You guys definitely have your own opinion of the whole matter. There are other videos, and you know, the best way is to actually try yourself, but it's a big price point to, you know, buy and leap into. So if you are a crazy hardcore gamer, this is probably it for you. Like, you can do this. But if you're just like a casual gamer, like, ain't nothing wrong with this. Ain't nothing wrong with the default, man. I was using this for the longest time. Play cloth if you have to, man. Change it up. Add some flexibility in your game style, you know. That's my review for the SCUF game controller. Thanks again for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe so I can keep making more videos. Until next time, y'all. Name Shake out.